Right, so now we're actually live on my channel.
Oh, okay, perfect.
We were on my channel, so I did it wrong.
Gotcha.
That's now. I've sent that to Quinn, who is going to share it around, so that hopefully we'll get some people back. Second,
Do you have a link to share?
I've shared it onto the High Noon Potty Discord. If you could grab that and put it on Facebook and all sorts of other shizzle, that would be great.
Yeah. I'll do that.
We have 3 people. Ryan's involved.
All right. Yes.
We have people. So
Ryan is here.
so Ryan was also interviewed by me at PatmaCon, by the way. He is also another one. He's written a miniature agnostic. Currently it's set in fantasy, but he's got ideas for expanding into sci-fi and other things.
What is
called Anthems of?
So it means agnostic. What does that mean?
So it means that it's just the rules. You can use whatever you want. So he's not like Games Workshop where he's looking at making his money for the miniatures. He's written a load of the rules are really good fun, and you could just use whatever you want, whatever scale you want, whatever manufacturer you want, and yeah, it's a really cool kind of game called Anthems of War. So yeah, he's a rules writer as well. So there we are.
Okay, right on. A rules attorney, eh?
He's Canadian. Don't hold it against him.
I love Canadians.
He's going to kick my ass now.
They got great steak.
So we go from 2 to 6 to 2. I'm not sure. People seem to be in and out on this one.
I'm gonna post the link in the.
People will be very happy to hear that I am on Tabletopia.
All right, there we go. You got your handsome mug there in the screenshot. It's perfect.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, terrible. Look at me. Look at me looking stressed. We've established, Ryan, that the only time that Canadian geese are scary are in Canada. We established this on Sunday. No one else cares. Everyone else is fine.
Yeah. All
you
right.
pulled all the plugs.
I told you, Quinion, just the ones I showed you. I mean, what are you talking about? What plugs? Could you possibly We were just waiting here for our dear leader to arrive.
Dear leader. Yes, sorry, it took a while to reboot and then get Tabletopia to play, but I am in now. So we'll give it one more minute and then we'll fire on. So as I've said at the beginning of the first attempt at this, I've never played before, have I? We've had a look at Tabletopia, but you are about to witness someone actually playing for the first time, and there's 2 reasons really why that's happened. One of them is it is a good idea, I think, for people to see this because it shows honestly what the game is like to pick up. And secondly, I've just not had time. I'm really busy, so it's kind of worked out for the best. I would have loved to have played it before this, but
hey man, it's okay.
It's all good.
It's all right. You had all year. It's fine.
That's a good point, Ben. Thank you very much, Ben. That is you were very right. It was slow, but it did reload. So vive la presidente, el presidente. Thank you, Prof. Yes.
That's right. That's you. That's you, buddy. They're cheering for you.
Right, so shall we? So if you want to share your screen, that's probably the best way of doing this because you won't be quite as klutzy, and also you can kind of zoom around and show things off and what have you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that.
And we'll see. So I believe I'm going to be playing the.
You're going to play the lawman. Yeah, I'm going to give you the lawman. A couple of reasons why. The lawmen are the easiest posse. I'm going to put you over here. And the lawmen are the easiest posse to play. Out of the starter set box. There's 2 characters. So the disbursement of cards is pretty much even. The 2 guys are made of hit points. They deal lots of damage. Not a lot of brain power there. And so it's I mean, you're a very smart man.
What are you trying to say?
Very smart man. But it's just it's a really good posse to get the hang of the mechanics of the rules of the system with these guys. You don't have to think about really much anything else. So
why don't you talk through that mechanics?
Yeah. So let's say let me get the teams over here. I'm gonna play the and this is by the way the version we're playing here is the everything that has been published is in this version. So there's all the expansions are here, expansion game tiles are here, some other game tiles to play with. We have the marketplace deck, the economy decks are here with their rules. But we're gonna play with the starter set posses.
That reminds me of a question that actually, while we were waiting, and I meant to ask you when you arrived. Roughly, what price are you expecting this to be for expansions when they hit retail? What rough order? I'm not going to hold you to this. Just guess.
No, expansions are anywhere from 20 to they range between $20 and $40 depending on what they are. The larger expansions will be towards the 40. The smaller expansions will be towards the 20. For example, these guys, this posse here is a 2-man posse. This is a $20 expansion. We have the Abernathy gang or the Jenkins brothers, which are these guys. It's 3 minis, deck of cards, their starting tile, their character sheets, and that's gonna be a $24 expansion. So it's about in line with other board games that have similar expansion things.
Cool. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to ask earlier, and I forgot.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Cool. All right. So we went over. We kind of went over some of. Well, actually, no. We just went over controls, didn't we? We didn't really go over any other rules or anything.
I think I know.
I'm horrible. All right. So,
but I want to learn on stream. This is important to me. I think now I'm learning it. Let's be completely clear that this is how a complete noob takes it.
Yeah. So let me just draw out some tiles here, for the sake of combat and controls.
Yeah.
So let's say that guy. So basically, I'm going to bring these players in, and I'm going to let me draw some cards here just so we can give an example of some stuff. And that was Leroy Gang 2. So I will. Of course, I picked the one with all this stuff on top of them. Pull that out. And you got that's the sheriff, so we'll put the sheriff here.
Yeah. And
I'll borrow that. Okay. And I'm going to take a couple of your cards just for
to show it.
Yep. And actually I'm going to actually put them out on the table.
Yeah, cool. So Ben's asked, our card distribution is 50-50 in terms of main characters and peripheral characters in posses with more than 2 people.
No, the main character, it depends. But usually the main characters get a couple more cards than the henchmen. All right, let's see here. So I'm going to pull these cards out and show you what we got.
Will the store board come with the stretch goals?
The marketplace. This will be this is included in the Metal and Money pledge, which is the tier right below the everything in the stove. This is, I think the pledge is like $150 or something. But it comes with that. All right. So when you're talking about, so for High Noon, man, this is such a weird way to jump into to teaching. And I literally just did a demo. When you're moving your hand around, I was in an interview with the guy, and I was showing him
I'm so sorry.
No, it was fine. It was fine. It was funny because he was like, what's the support like how what countries are there out there? And I was like, well, actually, I have an interview with a gentleman in Bulgaria right now. So, so basically, the way the game is played is you choose a posse. So that's what we just did. We each chose a posse. A posse is a team of guys. So your posse comprises of characters. Everybody sees that. And each character has a character sheet assigned and cards that go with them and a miniature. So in this case, we've got the sheriff on the field and one of my Leroy Gang members in the field. And as you can see, this is Leroy Gang 2. Now, in the physical form of the game, these are miniatures. These are actual, 3-dimensional miniatures. You've seen them painted, you've seen them not painted. But for the purposes of Tabletopia, they're standees. And we may release a standee version of the game as a more affordable, whatever. But for now, this is just for computers, for the sake of the computer. So Anyway, the character sheets that we have are these character sheets. Now, the people who are looking at them see that they're upside down, but you're looking at yours. It's right side up. But if I were to press spacebar here so everybody can see, this is Sheriff Garrett's character sheet, and all of his critical information is on the sheet. So you got his speed, which is how many squares he can move, his range, which is how many squares he can shoot, the kind of ammunition type he uses. In this case, it's pistol rounds. Over here, you have his faction. This is how many items he can carry, how many loot items he can carry. And then this is how much gold he's worth if somebody kills him. This down here is his health counter. You don't start here. You start the health ticker counts, starts off the sheet. But as you start taking damage, you just move the red chip across until it reaches the skull and crossbones, and then he's dead. And likewise, same thing with this guy. So the way the game is played, like the way you do combat or whatever, is you have and your posse deck. Your posse deck comes with two types of cards: basic cards and special cards. So these are basic cards and these are special cards. And as you can see, as you guys were already alluding to, only the character with their name, that's the only person that can play this card. So this card, only W.E. Gates can play this card. And this card, only Sheriff Garrett can play this card. And so basic cards are always going to look like this. They're going to have the character, an attack value, and a defense value. And then the special cards are going to have an image, when to play the card, and what the card does. And of course, who can play the card. So in the case of combat, in this case, there's a shootout here. And in the case of this, the way it works is the person who's attacking will play the card, or their card, to attack, and the other person will choose to play a defense card if they want to. Even if it's not your turn, you can defend against an attack. If you're being attacked, unless the card says you cannot defend against this, you can defend against it. So let's say that the sheriff was attacking the Leroy gang. So there's nobody's taking any damage. So it's like that. So the sheriff's going to select a card. In this, and if this were his only hand, this would be the card that he would play, because he can't play this one. This one doesn't have an attack on it, and actually it's a defense card, and it says after defending. It does have an attack value, but because it's a defense card, it says after defending. He's not defending right now, so he can't play that. He could play this, but we're going to say he doesn't. It doesn't do any damage. So he plays this card. It's an attack of 5. We're going to actually, and as a matter of fact, clever people are going to be like, well, wait, why wouldn't he play this card first? Because this card makes the other opponent throw away 2 cards. Let's just pretend he doesn't have that card. So he's going to attack with this one, and his attack value, he's going to use the attack value, so that's a 5. And the Leroy gang is going to choose if he's going to take that 5 to the face. But actually, let's put him down here.
Yeah, because there was cover there, that red line, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. So if I go over here, I got 2 cards that I can choose from. One of them has a 2, and the other has a 4. So naturally, I'm going to take the bigger one. I'm going to take the 4. So I'm going to play that to defend. And so your attack is a 5. My defense is a 4. We're all pretty good at math here. 4 minus 5, or 5 minus 4 is 1. So the Leroy gang member would take 1 point of damage.
So what happens is the attacker looks in his secret deck. Obviously, they're not going to be flat on the deck on a table like this. Plays his card, and then the defender looks through and decides what to play. It's not a simultaneous laydown of cards.
Right? No, it's not. It's not this. I'm attacking. I'm defending. Okay, let's see what happens. You could do that. You could do that, but I don't want to. No. So And that's just not how it.
No. That makes more sense to me. But there are some games where that is the case. Where And honestly, like it could be interesting. It just anyway. So, but just no.
But just no. So now I've discarded that. So now it's my turn, right? So now I'm like, well, how dare you shoot at me? I'm gonna shoot you back. Who did? So I'm gonna take my card and I'm gonna play, right? I'm going to get you, Sheriff. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. So I fire that, right? And you're like, I beg to differ, son. So you're going to play this card, right? And it's a defense of 3. And it says, after defending, attack for 4. So you defend for 3 against my 1. So you take a damage. Oh, got me right. Oh, that just grazed my cheek. I'm done angry. But now you're going to counterattack for that 4. Oh, I didn't expect that. Shoot. I don't have nothing. I already played that card, right? That card's done.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I got this whiskey shot, but that I cannot play that right now. I got to defend. I cannot defend, and so I'm going to take 4 damage. And oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, got me, Sheriff, right in the face. All right, there he is. And so that resolves a conflict. That resolves the combat. Now let's say that this all happened here, where this tree is in the way.
Yeah.
So this orange square is cover. And what cover does is it cuts attacks in half, rounded up. If this 5, if this whole thing happened here and he played the 5, it would be cut in half. That's a 2.5. Rounded up, it's a 3. So that's what I would need to defend with. I would need to defend against the 3. Now my 4 could still do that. In this case, I would take no damage because whatever. But he had actually moved up here. So even though this tree is in between them, Leroy Gang 2 is taking tactical advantage of it because he's adjacent to it. So when he shoots for his 4 is not cut in half. It's a full 4. You would defend, right? And again, same situation. So you would take the 1 and you would counterattack for that 4, which is now a 2 because the cover. And he doesn't have any defense, but he's also not dead.
Yes.
Now, because he's done his action, but he has this card, it's a free action. So it doesn't cost an action. So he can use that. And what does that do? It heals 2 points. So poop. He just healed his points.
So positioning there is absolutely vital in the outcome of this.
Absolutely. Yep, exactly. It changes the entire dynamic. So cover is really important in the game. And that's another part of the whole chess aspect.
Yeah.
Of course, and I don't want to get too deep into anything, all the other possibilities. We can figure all that stuff out as we play. Now, in terms of movement and shooting, so all movement and shooting is done in, I say, straight lines.
Orthogonal. I'll say that word for you. Orthogonal.
Yes, I can't. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it in me. So Sheriff Garrett wants to move 4 squares. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's what I don't know, whatever he wants to do. So this is not a movement like this. He can't do this, but he can go here and then there. Okay. This square not only blocks damage, but it actually slows you down. It counts as 2 movement. So you would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And then when you're shooting, the same thing. So you're not curving the bullet, but to shoot here, it's 2, 4, 6. That's the range. Okay, so he has a range of 10. So from here, Sheriff Garrett has a range of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's in range. But let's see here. Let's see if this works. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He's in range.
So we can basically shoot anywhere across one tile.
Yes. Well, of these types, yeah, absolutely.
Of these types, yeah.
But 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So, sorry. I'm terrible at this. Oh, this is part of the magnetic problem. There. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He can't shoot there because that's 12 range. Okay. So having said that, every turn, so for rounds, the turn you get 3 phases in your turn: movement, action, draw 3 cards. So in your movement phase, all of your characters can move up to their speed. In the action phase, all of your characters get to make an action. That action can be playing cards, to attack. It can also be looting crates, which I'll get to. or it can be looting a body, or it can be passing items onto somebody else. Basically, whatever you would think would be doing something is an action. And then after that, you draw 3 cards. And this is very important because the maximum amount of cards you can have in your hand is 12. And if you have, like, let's say 11 cards in your hand already, you can't draw a card and be like, I don't like that, and throw it away. You have to draw 3 cards. So if you have 11 cards, you have to discard 2 cards, so you have 9 in your hand, and then you draw 3 to max out at 12.
I really like that little mechanic. It's like, I think when we were talking on Sunday, you were saying it punishes you for hoarding. If you've got a card you love, you need to try to use it, because it could be that shortly you won't be able to, because you've got to discard it. And it's a really neat little touch.
And people complain about it, and my response is, suck it up, Buttercup. Then there's the rules, and you going to abide by them if you won't play some afternoon.
So I think it's a great little touch. I love it.
It adds to the uncertainty of the situation and the direness of the gunfight. You're making sacrifices, and you don't know what the ramifications are going to be. But having said that, you can do a couple things to mitigate that, and we're going to get to that here in the form of the loot crates. So loot crates are really critical to this. In the game, every starting tile has a green square, and what that green square marks is where a loot crate is at the start of the game. So loot crates are these little guys here. They have a looted side, and then they have an icon that shows what they are. So this one has a can of beans. That's called rations. If we go over here, it corresponds to this rations deck. So there are loot crates with these as well. So when you place the loot crates, you're always going to place them face down, so you don't know what they are. The first place you're going to place them is on that green square, and then there's some rules. I'll show you the rules of how to place them. But basically, when you go to loot that crate, what happens is, let's say that Quentin comes over to loot the crate. Now, in order to loot the crate, you have to be adjacent to it. So you cannot loot from here or here. You have to be here, here, or here.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not a ghost. You cannot loot through walls. Somebody asked that question. Somebody who has played 3,000 games in their life and was very proud of that asked if they could loot through a wall. And I don't know how to respond to that, other than no, you cannot. All right, so let's say that he loots this crate here. You go to the corresponding deck, and you're going to take 3 cards off the top. And you're going to flip them over to reveal them. And so this is why we love weapons crates, because they got the juiciest stuff in it. So then you get to choose which one of these you get. You choose one and discard the other 2. And in this case, Quentin has drawn the double-barreled shotgun, which starts at a 9 damage, but every square away from the target, you subtract 1. And you can use this 2 times. Now, every weapon has their own ammunition type. That does not mean that you have to be, this ammunition type has to be on your card. So Quentin has a bullet, but he can use that doesn't mean he has to use this one. He can use any of these others. This just means this is the ammunition that's preloaded in the gun. And this is important because, remember, you got to get rid of cards. And so you may be like, oh no, I don't want to get rid of these cards. Well, because this has an attack value on it, it basically is an attack card, and you can use it 4 times. So if you got to get rid of some cards, you may have that. Let's say Quentin draws this gun. He's like, oh, I got this bolt action rifle. So now if you got to discard some cards, if I have to discard some cards, I'm gonna be like, well, I don't need Quentin cards necessarily, because I don't need attack cards because I got one that does 4. I can throw away some Quentin attack cards to draw others, and I can just use this weapon instead. And then what you'll do is you'll use a blue chip to mark how many times you've used it. And then once you've used it all 4 times, then you throw it away. It's done. And that's pretty much how loot cards work. The objective of the game is to have the most gold or victory points at the end of 12 rounds. This is the turn counter. At the end of 12 rounds, have the most gold or be the last posse standing. You get gold one of 2 ways, either dealing damage on your turn. It doesn't matter how much damage you deal. You can deal 10 points of damage. You only get 1 gold. You can hurt 3 people. You only get 1 gold. The other way you get gold is by killing people, and as I showed you how you do that. And you can do that. You can do that anytime. So like in that instance where the sheriff shot back and killed my guy, he wouldn't get the gold for dealing damage, but he would get the gold for killing the guy. So that's pretty much the rules of the game. Generally, I teach those rules just by playing the game, but I don't know. I haven't drunk enough coffee to have that wherewithal to do that. So,
and I think it's really good to have that really clearly explained, so that the people watching can shout when I get it wrong.
All right, or shout that I'm cheating when I put something and
when he accidentally do something you shouldn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Happens all the time. All right, so. What we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to move that over here. As a matter of fact, because I already know what that one is, we're going to discard it. We are going to create the board. That's how we start this. So the first thing we're going to do is put all these cards back. I'll do that for you this time.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, you bet. Get these off. We're going to get these guys off the board because for some reason the magnetic table doesn't like it. And I'm going to give you. So the first thing we're going to do is build the board. So. What I like to do is I like to put something in the middle that's big and juicy. So I'm going to put this wagon tile out in the center.
Cool.
And it's got some cover all around it, and it's going to have a loot crate. So we'll put a loot crate on it. And then why don't you choose? You can choose. You're going to get that. I'll take one of these, and choose one of these 4 tiles over here.
Let's have one with some cover on it. Let's take that one there.
All right, perfect. I will do the same. And now in the game, if the Leroy gang is on the table, they go first. So I'm going to go first, and then you'll go next, and we'll go back and forth. Actually, the first thing I need to do, though, is I need to give you some loot crates. So I'm going to choose these at random and hand them over to you.
Oh.
So you're going to get you're going to get those. Don't look at them.
Nope.
Let's see here. Take that one. Take this one. All right. What people don't realize is I've memorized every single one of these loot crates. All right. So
they're all marked cards, aren't they?
Yeah, they're creased. They're wrinkled, just in the right spots.
So, question from Quinn: How do you know which tile to put out first?
It's all part of the strategy. Like this is the building the game, building the battlefield is part of the game. So it all depends on what your strategy is going to be when you start out. Now, like I said, I generally like to put something big just at the front, be like, okay, this is the centerpiece. Now we build, but you can do whatever you want. There's in the instruction manual, there is a layout, a pre-set up layout for Sweetwater Gulch, which is all the tiles in the starter set. So it has them. It shows you how you could set those up. But outside of that, it's entirely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy here.
Okay.
I'll lock those.
Can I rotate tiles? I'm not even going to try. That's a step too far.
You can rotate them though.
I don't want to. I've decided. So that's why I'm going to put that.
Do you want me to rotate it? What do you want the tree near?
No. I'm fine with it there.
Okay. I'm gonna put this guy here.
Okay. And so this is my starting tile now, yes?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna put mine there. Don't know if that's right or not.
You're a monster. Okay, now
I've got a loot crate.
Hang on a second. You got so we do need to rotate this because right now the only way out of this station is this door here.
What's wrong with that?
I enter the void. I win. I've seen the edge of the universe. I now know all. I snap you out of existence. All right. So, do you want? You can have your tile like this.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
that's what you want. My gosh, this is gonna be pretty crazy. Okay.
I have no idea what that means, so you can tell me what it means if you want, or I can discover it.
I don't. Well, let's just say that your guys are stronger than my guys. I'm going to put this here, and you're going to start right next to me.
Well, I'm naturally an aggressive player, which can play to my advantage, but mean that I die fast.
It's going to work out. This is going to work out. I've never seen this. I've never seen this played this way. This is going to be interesting.
Okay, so I've worked out how to rotate. Look at me.
Yep.
There we are.
There you go. Look at you. You're a pro. You're a pro.
So so again, learning game. So I presume that so that would mean that there is an exit there at the top.
No,
Is that correct?
There's no exit. There's no door on your jail to exit there.
All right.
So
okay.
this is just kind of wasted space there.
Okay, so we're going to go there then. That's going to be.
Yeah, these are basically just gap filler tiles.
Yeah,
they're ways to either add like an alley between buildings. Maybe you want a little bit of space, but you don't want a lot. That's what those tiles are for. You're going to get 4 of those in the starter set.
So this is the door here, and this is the door here.
Yep, and so the way that windows work. Okay, so the way doors and windows work is you always assume the door is shut. Always, but you can pass through it as just with no penalty. So you can go 1, 2. That door is immediately shut behind him. Even if there's another guy right behind it, the door's still shut. Yeah. You cannot shoot through a door unless you have a shotgun. Shotgun shells will shoot through doors. Windows, you can move through, but you take a point of damage. Outside of that, you can shoot through them, and it's like cover. So if I'm here and I'm shooting through the window, then my attack is cut in half, rounded up. But if I'm here, I'm taking tactical advantage of the window, and my attacks are full strength.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to put our characters into their starting locations.
Okay. Is there any particular rule on that, or?
They have. Okay, so your tile has names, has names on the squares that their starting locations go to.
I will zoom in so I can try and see them.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And I can kind of see it. Yeah.
And you remember, if for those of you who want to play this on Tabletopia, if you just want to hit the space bar on top of something, it'll bring it right up and show you what things are.
So that's Sheriff Garrett. So I've got that in the right place. Yep. And then the other name is there. I see him. Yep, got it. Yep.
All right. So now, important to note, not only does cover slow your movement down, but you cannot end your turn on it. So Deputy Gates cannot stand on the desk.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not Coyote Ugly. All right. You don't get to dance on the counters. All right. Okay. So yeah, let's put some loot crates out on those. I'm going to put a loot crate there for you and a loot crate here for me.
Okay. Cool.
And now we've got our loot crates. So now we're going to place our loot crates. Now the rule with placing loot crates is they must be 4 squares away of movement away from any other loot crate and any other person on the field.
So they can go anywhere, you say?
You can place them anywhere as long as they're 4 squares of movement away from any other person or any other crate. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't do that. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. You can't do it. So he can't put it anywhere around here. But he could put it back here. Let me see what I can put out here in the field though. 1, 2,
and
3,
so
4.
you place all yours, and then I place all mine.
No, we do it one at a time. So
okay.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put one right. No. And oh my gosh, I don't like this at all. You've really messed me up with your.
I'm very sorry. You should have just placed everything and not allowed me to.
I should have. You foiled my plans.
The hamsters are running this game. Is it glitching a bit? Because it was glitching a bit for me then.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna put one crate there.
Okay. This is why playing against someone that doesn't know what they're doing is so infuriating, because I'm just going to place it randomly. I'm going to put it there.
Well, within rules, within reason.
Within reason, but yes, I won't be like thinking about it and working out what it means. I'll be like, all right, here it goes.
Yeah, that's all right. We've all been there. We've all done that.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3. Oh, too close. What about right there? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. That's where he's going to go. All right.
So I can go there. Can I go there?
Yes, you can.
Right, yeah.
And I'll go ahead and drop this last one right there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna. So does it need to be 4 away from this central loot as well?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be a bit far away, but I'm going to put it there. That'll be fine.
All right.
Let's open this board up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to open the board up. It's going to go down.
Oh, I got living on the edge, literally. Dude, all right, so
go get
it. We're gonna flip these over. Wow! Oh wow! I do not like this game already. Oh my
You're going to flip the table.
I'm going to flip the table right now. All right. And I'm going to move the turn counter over here. So we have that. And I'll go ahead and bring these guys up. We can go ahead and bring everybody up on the field. This is a small game space. All right.
So if my computer stops glitching, it'd be nice.
Okay. We're almost ready, guys. Almost ready.
Yeah, I think that Tabletopia is struggling. Why the hell did I end up over there? I think Tabletopia is struggling because we're both trying to input at the same time. So I'm going to stop trying to input, and hopefully it'll stop glitching.
All right, you're good to go.
All right. You say that, but yeah. Come on, little red hand of doom.
Here, I'll move. I'll help you out. I'll help you out.
What is going on? There we are.
It's
this dodgy Bulgarian internet. That's the problem.
I got you, boo. I got you. It's all right. Well, now I know. Now I know what to expect. But all right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to draw 6 cards into our hand.
Okay.
Now you're not looking at the stream, right?
I am actually. Let me click off it. That's a very good point. So if anyone asks any questions from this point onwards, I won't see it because I'm clicking off the stream because I don't want to cheat.
I will read the questions. So
okay. So draw 6. You say?
Yep. Draw 6.
Done. Okay.
All right. And now we go. So round 1, fight. All right, so Quentin's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2. Oh no, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I already don't like this, but whatever. Okay, Leroy Gang 1 takes 1 point of damage because he jumped through the window.
Okay, yep.
So Quentin is going to loot the gear.
Okay.
So we will see what happens, yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and take the steel chest plate.
Clearly, bit of armor.
Yep, I'm gonna need it. And then Leroy Gang 1 is going to loot the rations. Woo. Okay, he's gonna take this. That is Moonshine. It's a Kickstarter exclusive. So those of you watching, you're gonna want to back this game, back this campaign, get those cards. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually, he's also going to use as a free action a whiskey shot to heal that damage that he just took.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. And that's my turn.
Okay. So I now can move 4 and then potentially loot. So I can't go through walls, obviously, because we're not ghosts, as you've said.
Yep.
So I have to go up this corridor. So I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot loot that crate with him because obviously I am not orthogonal. I'm going to use that word every time I can. You understand that?
That's fine. That's fine.
Just to be a knobhead, frankly, for no other good reason.
Right.
The only I am going to go 1, 2. That's the sheriff, isn't it?
This is the deputy.
That's the deputy. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do that. 3, 4. There we are. So that's my move.
All right.
I cannot loot. I cannot do. There's no point in me doing anything. So
okay.
Is that correct? I can attack, can't I? I can shoot.
Yes, you can. You can shoot. Yes,
of course. What an idiot! Can shoot, of course. Right. So Deputy Gates can shoot. So I'm going to play. Wait a second. I'm just going to make sure that I'm in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am. So I'm going to play that bad boy for 4 points of damage. Deputy Gates shooting against this particular bearded fella.
James Leroy. So James Leroy is going to defend for 4.
Okay. So that means no wounds. So that just gets. Does that just get put to one side then?
Yep. Just put it in discard pile.
Okay. Cool. And that's everything I can do now, isn't it? So I'm going to draw 3. There we are. Okay.
All right.
Turn 1. Done.
Yeah, 1 and done. All right. So now it's round 2. Quentin's going to 1, 2, 3. Let's see here.
So just a quick question: with my sheriff, can I move 1, loot 2, 3? Can I, or does that take an action? How does that work?
No, yeah. Once you start doing actions, your movement phase ends.
So I can only move 1 with him, and then I'm going to loot, and that's me done. Okay, that's cool.
Right. Once you enter into one phase, all the phases before them are done. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This
gang are acquisitive, aren't they? they want to get all of the loot.
1, 2. Let's see. 3, 4. No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna keep them right there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll keep them right there. Okay. So first thing's gonna happen is Leroy Gang 1 is going to pass the moonshine over to James Leroy.
Okay.
And James Leroy, so that's his action. James Leroy is going to begin consuming the moonshine. Quentin is going to loot the weapons crate. All right, let's see what happens here. Woo, buddy.
Are you happier now?
A little bit. All right, I'm gonna have to take that shotgun.
I'm gonna have to go for a comfort break. Apologies. I'll be back in 1 second.
Oh, you're fine. All right. A comfort break. That's interesting. I've never heard it put that way. You guys are so civilized. Let's see here. I can't really do nothing else. So I think that is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't! Just out of range. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to wait till he comes back. This is going to be a waste of a card, but I want to see if I can't get some of his cards out of his hand. So that's what I'm going to do. And he comes back.
Did you beat me while I was gone?
Yep. You're done. Good. I win.
Sorry. Okay. So have you finished?
Or did you wait? So I waited. I did wait.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play. I'm going to so Leroy Gang 1 is out of range of the deputy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. James Leroy is not. Now you can attack through your characters, but you cannot attack targets behind other targets.
Understand.
Attacking through your character is the same. It's cover. It's basically attacking through cover.
Mm-hmm.
So this attack will be cut in half, rounded up.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to attack with a 4, so that's an attack of a 2. Now,
Okay.
before you successfully defend against that,
Mm-hmm.
let me explain that James Leroy is shooting a rifle round. He's got a rifle.
Okay.
And so a rifle round will deal an extra point of damage if it deals any damage at all. So it's not an attack of 3, but if you were to defend against it and take any damage, you would take an extra point of damage.
So if I defend for it for 1, for example, then I take 2. If I defend for 2, I take none.
Correct.
That's clear enough. Okay. So in that case, his Deputy of the Gates is going to play a defensive card with a defense of 2.
All right. Now you see, that's what I was trying to get rid of. Was your
absolutely, yes, the high attack, yes.
I was telling the team, I was telling the stream, I was like, I don't really want to do this, but I gotta try to get some cards out of your hand. And this is part of the game, is trying to whittle your opponent down out of options. Okay, so that is my action. I'm going to draw 3 cards, and that ends my turn.
Okay, so my first move is going to be to move there and loot that. So that is the. Let me just press F. Sorry,
that's a weapon.
I'll learn.
No,
so
wait, hang on a second. Do you want to move? Did you want to move the deputy at all? You want to keep him there?
Oh, of course. Do I have to? Okay, so I do. Oh, apologies. I thought you did him and then the flip. Okay, no, he's not staying there. He is also.
Yeah, once that's what I said. It's phases. You got to think of the turn in terms of phases. So movement phase, everybody moves.
Then action
everybody
phase.
does actions.
Okay, so no, he's going to dip over there and look at weapons crate as well. So he's going to do just that too. So let's flip that.
Yep. Sorry, I was just replying. Okay, so so we're going to draw. We're going to take 3 cards.
Oh, you've done it. Okay, sorry.
Yep. No, that's okay.
That's cool.
I'm the banker.
That's cool. Okay, right, very good.
So you got a couple of things. These are some good cards. So the way these cards work is the Pepperbox Derringer. You may fire all remaining shots as a free action, meaning that you can fire 1 shot, and that's an action, and it would be an attack of 3. But as a free action, you can fire the rest of them, and it's 3 more attacks of 3. It does not mean that you can fire all of the shots as a free action. Some people misread that. So
if you fired it twice, then the second time you can fire once plus 2, for example. You can empty the remaining rounds.
Right. If you fired it twice, then you could fire on your next turn. You could fire it twice again.
Yeah, I understand. And if you have fired it once, the next turn it would be 3 times. Yes.
Right. Correct. The bolt action is pretty straightforward. It's got rifle rounds. It's attack of 5. You got 4 shots. Range of 20. The double-barreled pistol it's 1 attack. Oh, the first attack is 3. The second attack is 6. So some people think that it's I get to attack twice with it. No. It's just the damage is times 2.
Yeah. Okay. So so we've got a couple of relatively close range weapons there. Range of 10, range of 5, but that is going to be pretty brutal if you can get right in someone's face. I would have presumed that being only 2 characters, getting in the middle of the gang is not really going to... Is there anything like trapped or surrounded or any kind of rules around that? If, say, one of my dudes has got 4 of you around him, is there any facing rules, anything like that?
No, there's no facing rules.
Okay, so it doesn't matter quite as much maybe about getting stuck into the center.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, there's no like, oh, I stabbed you in the back. Like that doesn't exist.
However,
Quinion has a question. So when you have to discard, when you have to discard, do you have to do them in order, or do you pick which? You pick whichever ones you want to get rid of. You just have to get rid of them. Yeah. Okay.
Maximum hand. So I think that range is probably my friend, to be honest.
Probably.
So I think I'm going to go for this card.
No, that was the sheriff that looted it. So
the sheriff. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just rotating. That's what I'm doing. It's upside down. So okay. So he gets that card, and then we're going to loot with this one. So that's going to be 3 more.
Yep. All right.
Second shot is a free action.
Yep.
Okay, so Rattler Revolver, so double tap.
Yep.
And a Masterful Revolver, which 4 attack and 4.
So the way the Rattler Revolver is, like it says, you may divide this attack among 2 additional targets within 2 spaces of the original target. It's if you do that, you still have 3 more shots. Like you can do that up to 4 times. Yes. So the attack is 5 straight up, but you could choose to each time you could choose to split that up between.
So 2 on one, 2 on one, and 1 on another sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I think that sounds quite cool, and I think that could be quite useful.
It does have a shorter range. When you talk about range as your friend, that range is an 8.
Yes, but
okay.
But my thinking is that because you can, because of the, sorry, I'm just rotating as well. I'm trying to talk. Yeah, I shouldn't talk and walk at the same time. It's
the ability to attack multiple people is going to force me to throw away a bunch more cards as you do the attack.
And also, if you're trying to gang up, this is potentially a way of kind of like breaking you up from being not shooting in a straight line orthogonally.
Yeah. Yes, that's very true. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the orthogonal shooting. Yeah.
You said it right.
I did. After a few times, I just need a few times hearing this fake word that doesn't exist that nobody uses, and I can get it right.
Yeah. So that's that. So now I need to draw 3 more, and then that's my turn, isn't it?
Yep. And for those of you watching, I don't care about the word. I got roasted.
It's a bit of an in-joke, isn't it? Yeah.
you dealt. I'm sorry. You did deal instead of draw, so you gave me these cards.
Oh dear, did I?
Yeah. So I'm going to put them in the deck and shuffle them.
Yeah, I thought I got. I think I definitely drew. I think I maybe double clicked.
You did. When you deal, it gives you those cards, and it also gives me some cards. So you drew your cards. But it's okay. No,
I also gave you some. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so it was a bit of an in-joke because in the rule book it doesn't use the word orthogonal, and some people think that it should, but it's orthogonal is a word that I only learned after a certain amount of time of playing games.
There you go.
And I'm a word smith. I love words. So I don't blame you for hating it. It is a gatekeeper word. It is a word that is designed to be a buzzword that excludes people that don't know it. And that
I just don't get that. All right, so let's go to what does 2 have on him? Nothing. All right, but he's over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So how are you all thinking about this at the moment? The people watching, obviously, I can't see the stream because I'm not going to cheat. But yeah, is everyone enjoying it? Any thoughts? Any observations? Anyone else backed? We had one backer during the stream. Is there anyone else?
That was great.
Put their money down.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, Quentin Leroy is going to put on that steel chest plate for his action.
Okay.
And then James is going to try to take another shot. He's going to attack the deputy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just in range. So he's going to attack for 3.
Okay. So that's the deputy.
Yep.
And my hand is pretty terrible. I actually cannot defend against that.
What? No! All right. Now, it is a rifle round, so if you cannot defend, you'll take 4.
I will. Well, there's nothing I can do about it, is there? So 4.
All right. So that's...
Yeah. Yes, I have 10 cards in my hand, and 9 of them are for the sheriff.
Hey, man, this is a card game. You got to keep your poker. You got to keep your poker face on. You didn't take that damage because you had to. You did it because you decided to. You've chosen. You know what?
Maybe I'm lying.
I'm going to take that.
Maybe I'm lying. Would I lie to you?
Of course, my dear. I guarantee it. Would I lie?
So that's 4 wounds on the young Mr. Deputy Gates. So could he fire some wound counters over? Or do I have any?
Oh no, you got one right here.
All right. You just moved that one along. Apologies. Okay, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. Yeah.
Yep. And then so for dealing the damage, I'll take a gold for that. Puts me on.
So my mistake was putting me here for getting that rather than going 3, 4 there.
Yeah, I would not have been able to shoot you from there, I don't think.
Yeah. So there's
Yep. Placement is important. Spinners wants to know the church is in with expansion. Yeah, the church actually is going to be an expansion posse. That's going to be a starting tile for the expansion posse. It's going to be it's going to be part of. There's a whole expansion set which is basically a Spanish mission, and the church is part of that. And so it's going to come with a bunch of nuns who have shotguns. The shotgun nuns.
The nuns with guns. Wow, it's a classic.
Campaign Terrain says, I got a bail. Enjoy the pew, pew, pew. You got me, you dirty varmint.
Cheers for joining, Campaign. CT, you are the legend that is Cross. Thank you.
Quinion says, glad that I pledged. Wish I could get all the things, but I'm broke, so base game for me. Hey, Quinion, thank you so much, and let not your heart be troubled. We are definitely going to be doing tournaments and contests and things all throughout the lifespan of High Noon to get you guys games for free-zo. So, whatever.
That's the price.
Thank you for supporting it at any pledge. All right, so I think. I did all my turns.
You haven't done. Have you done your looting?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't loot. You're right. Thank you. So you are a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you. Leroy Gang 1 is going to loot those rations. So let's do that. All right. Ooh, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and do the snake oil for that one. And and some people ask, they're like, why is there a Derringer in the rations box? Shouldn't it just be food? I'm like, come on, don't you leave a gun in your glove compartment? Or is that just an American?
Quinn will say that it's not just the glove compartment; it's in anywhere that's close at hand.
Any drawer, anywhere that you can pull something out, there should be a gun there. All right, it's not a big gun; it's just a Derringer. It's like this little. What are you talking about? Come on, it looked like a pack of cigarettes. I didn't know. I didn't know it was a gun. All right, Your Honor, it was my cousin's. He left it there. All right, so that is done for my actions. Now I will draw 3 cards.
It isn't done for your actions because you haven't done the other loot. Oh yeah, yes you have. Yes you
already looted. Yeah.
So apologies, I missed that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So what are you doing, Sheriff?
What you gonna do? So, the sheriff is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to come out. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be my move. So I need to heal probably. That's probably a good place to heal from, isn't it?
Oh boy, yeah, that's a great place.
And so now the sheriff is going to shoot.
Okay. Oh wait, that's round 2.
For 5.
For 5?
Yeah, or should I? So again, I'm learning. I could have used my rifle then, couldn't I? As well.
You could have. Yeah, you could have.
I'm gonna shoot for 5. I'm gonna shoot for 5. That's the one. Yeah.
Against all right.
Man 3.
Against him.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just in range. And he is going to lower game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm going to choose to take that. All of it. He's just going to take all of it and die. All right. So he's done. So he's done. So you get 1 gold for dealing damage, and you get 1 gold for killing him.
Okay, cool.
Because he was worth 1 gold. So you get 2 gold.
I'm too zoomed out. It's not letting me pick it up. Let me zoom in again. There we are. That's better. Right. Okay. So let me take that gold. Get your thieving Leroy hands off that.
What are you talking about, Sheriff? I don't know what you're talking about. Campaign Train says, my parting shot says, click the thumbs up. All right.
Cool. Right. So that was the sheriff's move. Because I've stopped here, I have not got a shot, which is potentially of a mistake, but I'm happy to be there. So yes, that's my turn. So now actually I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards, so I can draw 3 without. So that's shuffle. That's draw 3. So I did it without giving you any, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Good job. You're a pro, man. Look at you.
I'm getting there. Goodness me. All right. Okay. Yeah. So that's me.
All right. All right. So it's round 4. So look at that. 4th round. Somebody's already dead. Sir Spinner says, I see you have a lot of cards. How do you manage your hand this way in real life? It's not hard. It's it's a poker hand, so it's really not. I mean, you can hold it just like this.
Yeah, 12 cards. 12 cards is what you'd have for something like whist, isn't it? And
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 right there.
There's a cunning plan again. He's got a strategy. He's cheating. He's got a strategy.
He's cheating. He's played this before.
He's cheating. He's thinking.
You can't do that. You can't use your head thinker. All right.
Yeah. You haven't got a noggin in your equipment list.
I didn't see you loot no brain. I know you can't loot. You can't use no brain. All right. I'm going to. Okay. So actually, the moonshine is in.
So what does moonshine do?
Moonshine adds after 3 rounds, my attack is +2 and my defense is +1. It's a permanent. It's a permanent buff.
Yeah, a bit of Dutch courage.
It is also exclusive loot, Kickstarter exclusive loot.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to get rid of some cards now. I really am not excited about this because I can predict what's coming. Get rid of.
So if there's 2 cover, does it half and half again, or is cover just booming?
No, cover doesn't stack.
So it's just in cover or not. It doesn't matter how deep the cover is.
Yeah. All right. I will draw 3 cards now. Okay. And my turn is done.
Okay. So, I'm using my noggin. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Right. So this is actually going to be relatively interesting.
Spinners asks, is there no maximum hand size? There is. The maximum hand size is 12. So we are currently both sitting at our maximum.
Yeah. So at the end of this turn, depending on how much I do, I may have to discard 1 or 2, I believe. So not that I'm going to give away what I'm going to do, but I'm going to give away what I'm going to do. If, for example, I were to step back 1 and bring him down 4,
yep, I
can shoot both, can't I?
Yep. It'll just be, the deputy's attack will be cut in half.
Because of 1, never mind the fact.
Well, actually, it doesn't even matter because there's so much cover in between.
So, so it doesn't change anything. So there we are. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
because that looks like a turkey shoot to me.
Yep.
So the first thing that I'm going to do there, so that's my move. I'm not going to loot anything because and I believe the deputy is behind the sheriff, so you wouldn't be able to shoot him. So he's
son of a gun! I completely forgot to do what I was meant to do. Wow, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. All right, go ahead.
So free actions, I can do that and then still shoot, can't I? And I can do that at any point.
Yes, you can.
There we are. So I'll need them papers.
Now, of course, I told you I saw it coming. Told you I saw it coming.
Yeah. And you shouldn't have said that because it's only because you said that I eyeballed it. Yeah.
You're behind you.
So what that means I can do is I can.
So I just dropped off my cards behind you. If you turn your camera around.
Oh, I see. I've got them. Yeah.
So now you can choose 2 of these cards to throw away, and then
and I care about Leroy too. So let me. Oh, come on! I want to see him again. Right. Okay. So.
See, I meant to do. I knew this was coming, and I meant to do something. I completely forgot.
So,
because I'm being such a gracious co-host. Okay, I'm reading on the comments, distracting me.
So again, just to explain this, I don't see any cards that Leroy 2 can play. Is that correct?
He can play this card.
Okay, so he's going to discard that one.
Okay.
But the other ones, because I see. Yeah. So James Leroy gang, yes. So anything that has the gang on can be played by any of them.
Right.
So
he could play. He could play these cards as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. And then who's behind him? Who's that?
That is James.
James Leroy. Apologies for how boring this is for people watching.
No. Oh yeah.
I am looking at the cards. Yeah, so I'm going to discard those 2 cards of yours.
All right.
Okay. And now what I'm going to do is with the deputy.
Yes.
I am going to play Dead or Alive.
Of course.
Because I don't believe he can defend himself.
I cannot. So it's an attack of 8, cut in half. It's an attack of 4. So he's going to take it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that was
about the best.
That was about the best I could do. And I'm going to attack with the sheriff.
Sharif.
So how many wounds you got left?
1.
All right, in that case, I'm going to attack.
1.
I'm going to attack. Oh, yeah, I'm going to attack for that one. So that's an attack of 2 halved. Shooting at him again.
Wow, good job. Just enough. And
just enough. Yes.
Oh, you got me, Copper. All right.
There we are. So that's a gold for wounding, for killing. Yes.
Yep. So I gave you 2 gold.
Yes, 1 for the wound, 1 for the kill. Yes.
Yep.
Fantastic. So that's that. So now I need to discard 1.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm on 9. No, because I played my free one, so I don't need to discard 1. I played the
right. Right. Yep.
Draw 3. Yep. Got it. Yep. So draw 3. Okay. And that's me.
All right. Now, because you threw a wrench in my plan, actually,
I'm sorry, dude.
My idiocy threw a wrench in my plan. 2, 3, 4. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's pure luck of first time playing, by the way. This.
It's what?
It's purely the luck of playing for the first time.
No, it's okay. You're doing great. But I gotta go. I gotta go.
It's an easy game. It's a simple game to pick up. So it's all on you.
Spinners wants to know, can I tell you something about the RPG part of High Noon? Yeah, I mean, it's basically the way the RPG will work is instead of playing a posse, you'll play one character. And so the players will all make up a posse because you'll be working together. And you start at a certain, you start at a certain level. Based on the level, you're going to get a certain amount of points to buy various traits that make up your character sheet. They all conform to this system. So, you'll be deciding what your speed, your range, the ballistic type, your loot that you can carry, that and how much health that you start out with. And then as you kill people or as you complete missions or whatever, depending on the difficulty level of that, you'll get gold. And on top of getting the gold, that gold will contribute towards your leveling up. And as you level up, you will choose poker chips that have icons on them that upgrade your certain stats. So a poker chip that has damage on it will upgrade the damage of your attack card. So when your character will start, you will start with a base deck. It won't have any special abilities in it or anything like that. It'll just be like basic cards, but they'll be relatively weak basic cards. Some of them may have nothing on them. They may have like 0. And so as you level up, if you choose to add a defense chip into your hand, then you'll add defense to your cards. Quinian says, you've said kill people so many times. There's no way this stream is going to get monetized. Oops.
Oh,
that's why you need to back the game, because that's how I make money. And and you may be like, well, yeah, but how does Beard get paid? Well, because if you back the game and you unlock stretch goals, as a matter of fact, this very next stretch goal, if it gets unlocked, everybody's going to get a free add-on. That could be a free expansion, a free whatever. That's how he can get paid. It's like free for him. Okay,
I'm shilling here, so I get more stuff sent to me.
That's right. That's exactly right. Did I move Quentin already? I think I did. I think you did. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I really just I don't like this at all. All right. So this is added on there. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and loot. This is what I meant to do before. Meant to do that. Ooh, hello.
More armor.
Yeah, more armor. Or damage. What do I want? Armor or damage? Armor or damage.
Are you aggressive or defensive?
I do.
Are you a man or a mouse?
I know. I do need to keep him alive for as long as I can. So I might do the armor. I think I'm going to do the armor.
I would defend the armor.
Yeah, especially facing off against the law. Like this is no good. This is no good. Okay, and I got a discard, so I'm going to discard. Boop, boop, boop. I'll discard that one. I will draw 3 cards. Okay. All right. Okay. And it is round 5. So go ahead.
Okay. So
Sheriff and deputy are racking up them bodies.
Yeah. So Deputy Gates. So they're not going to move. There's no need to move. I mean, I'm where I want to be. So Deputy Gates, I don't know what I just did. I put it down in the wrong place, I think. 1 second. Let me see if I can find that card. There it is. It's over here. So I dropped my card. Deputy Gates is going to play that one. So I believe that you are a... Does that mean it attacks for 6? I'm not sure.
Yes, it's an attack for 6. It's cut in half because it's cut in half because of that. So
but you've got armor now.
I do. Good point. I do. I got plus. Well, my armor isn't activated yet, but my moonshine is. So I have a +1 to my defense. Okay. So I'm going to defend with this. It's a 2 plus the 1, so it's a 3.
So that's a full defense.
Yep.
Bollocks. Okay. So that was deputy.
Mm-hmm.
So the sheriff is going to draw that card. So that's going to again be attack for 3.
Yep.
So
I'm going to go ahead and defend it.
So that's clear. Okay. So that's all I could do. So I now need to discard 1.
Okay. See, when the thing is if Quentin goes for the vault, it removes him from the game for half the game. And generally, he can run out here and like jump out a window, but because you put the jail right next to the window, he can't do that. So
that's why you were bitching about that. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. This is how it works, man. This is how it works.
I'm going to just discard that one there.
All right.
So yeah. So put them in here, I presume. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'll draw 3 more.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm gonna Leroy Gang. You know what? James is gonna pass the plate to the Leroy Gang 1, and Leroy Gang 1 is gonna use his action to put it on.
So that's you.
Yep. And I got to discard again, so I'm gonna get rid of another card.
Can you walk over the top of loot?
What?
Can you step over loot?
Yeah, it's considered cover.
So it will take 1 extra.
Obstacle. So
oh, are you back? Zeitgeist just disappeared. Oh dear. So I'm not looking at his card. So it looks like, I don't know if can everyone hear me? Please talk in the stream if you can hear me. I think that we have lost. I think that we have unfortunately lost Dwight briefly. Hopefully he'll be back, and hopefully this won't crash at Tabletopia. So what are you all thinking so far? Let me know in the comments, in the chat, what you're all thinking. Do you think I'm doing okay? Are you tempted by the game? Let me know your thoughts. I believe that he is trying to join back in, but mine is freezing and doing stupid things. Come on. There he is. He's back.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Are you back now? Yes. Good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Right,
just have to load up. And I believe I drew my 3 cards, but let me see. Let me make sure of it.
We have received 100 messages today in Restream chat.
Really?
How about that?
That's awesome.
This is where hopefully your Tabletopia doesn't do what mine did.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah. I'm going to click on. I clicked over. I didn't see your card. So you disappeared too quickly for me to cheat. Damn it! I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah.
It's a really natural feeling game that it might sound strange. I don't play many games. I'm a hobbyist that likes painting miniatures, making terrain and that sort of things. And the games for me are very much secondary. I in terms of why I buy things, I like painting and I like that's where I come from. But I also do love gaming. It's just often I find them to be quite almost just too much. To learn fast and what have you, or to and you spend so much time fighting to learn the game that you kind of lose the joy. But this has just been totally. I've just settled straight into this. So fair play to you. This has been for a non-gamer, and I am a non-gamer. I don't play very often. For a non-gamer, you've really hit that. I think you've done what you've. Yeah.
Thank you.
Honestly,
that was. Thank you. That was really the goal. So I'm really glad it's played out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have not drawn my cards. I guess I disconnected before I did that. So I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you are up, good sir.
See, because I should have used that time to think, shouldn't I? But instead, you use your noggin, Cox. Right. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
But is that what I want to do?
Good question.
I don't know if you can see my face, but this is my thinking face, not my. It's 10 past 10, and I woke at 4:30 this morning. So,
oh, that's right. Look at that. It's late for you, and you're still kicking my butt.
Well, I think that was more luck by throwing this here and completely destroying your major tactic of diving out of a window. Because I am aware of him. I am watching him. He's in my periphery.
Yeah.
So the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And the deputy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay. And then the sheriff is going to use his is going to shoot for 5 against your man here. So that's 3.
That will be a 3. Yep. And I will defend for 3.
Okay, so that's nothing. And then the deputy is going to loot.
Ooh, good move.
So that is hopefully rations. So
ooh, you're gonna
snake oil or canned beans. Oof, I think snake oil. Yeah.
Okay.
There we are. Okay. So and then I do now have to discard. I have to discard 2, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, I have to discard 2. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
This bit's hard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah.
This bit's hard. You've got to kind of pay attention to who can use the card and. Oof. Yeah, I'm going to discard that one. Do you have to show your discard?
You just put it in the discard pile.
But I mean, in the real world, do you show what you're discarding?
Yeah. You have a discard pile.
That's part of the thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was.
Yeah, we'll put
and I'm gonna. Yeah, discard that one, and then draw 3. There we are.
All right. This is
it feels like I got a fast start, but you're coming up on the outside right now and about to take. That's how I'm feeling.
You got this nice snake oil there. It's gonna pretty much render everything I'm about to do completely useless. Okay, and you drew. Okay,
I drew. I'm done.
1,
yeah.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so Quentin takes a point of damage.
Yep. Straight out through that window.
Yep. All right, so first things first, Leroy Gang is going to attack for 2 against the deputy.
Okay, so that's for 4 but halved. Okay, so the deputy is going to defend for 3.
All right. And then James is going to use Rapid Lever. It's an attack of 4 plus his 2, which is a 6, cut in half, so it's a 3.
Okay. So the deputy will defend that for 4.
Okay, and then I did this wrong. I totally did this wrong. Okay, he can do another. James can play an additional attack card, so
Okay.
he will play another one for 3 again.
Okay, and Gates will defend for 4.
All right, I can't see that for some reason. There it is. Okay,
Sorry, yeah.
And then it's fine. And then Quentin will do fanning fire against the deputy. So that is 2 attacks of 3.
Okay, and the deputy can no longer defend himself.
Okay.
So that's 6, yes?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah!
All right. All right. So I'll take a point of gold for that. And,
Yeah, man. Excellent.
All right. All that for 1 gold. All right.
But 6 wounds, and he's the case is hurting right now. The deputy's hurting.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to draw 3 cards, I think. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. Okay. And you are up, sir.
Okay, I'm just thinking, which is dangerous, I know.
Oof. Oof. Big oof.
Big oof indeed. Right, so I'm gonna once again play. I'll need those papers.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah, I've realised that that's one of the better cards
There you go.
in the deck. Oh, when you get it, don't hold on to it. Just use it. Yeah.
No,
Right, so let's have a
use
look at
it.
this.
Absolutely. It's pretty much it's the sheriff's ultimate card.
Yeah, I had it twice. Sheriff's got some quite good cards that I can see.
Yeah, he does.
So that fanning fire was pretty brutal. So we don't need to have that anymore. Didn't like that at all. That was painful. Damn it. That hurt. Ouch. Okay. And you're going to get rid of that as well. Let's get rid of those 2 cards. Right. I'm not sure if that was right. But
okay, son of a gun.
Well,
I can't.
Everything's
I can't
wrong.
see anything. I can't see anything. Damn it. It does it every time. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Let me just get
Has it sorted itself? Yeah.
I don't know if it sorted itself out. Let me see. Okay, so
are you sorted?
I am, but hang on a second. Don't move any. I know what we're going to do here. I got this. I see this.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting still.
Yep. All right. There we go. Sorry about that, kids.
Tabletopia glitch.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get rid of this. I'm trying to get rid of this magnetic table, but I was unable to do so in time for this stream. So, all right. Okay. So you did your receiving papers. All right. Now what next?
Yeah. So I'm now going to. So I can play that anytime, and I'm going to move. That wasn't a mistake, was it? Good? Yeah. I'm a bit tired.
No, that was actually a free action. So you.
Yeah. So I can do it anytime.
No. There are cards that say play anytime, and you can play those cards anytime. But free action is an action in action phase. So,
all right, so I technically can't move now.
but it's your first turn. It's your first time playing, so it's okay.
Sorry,
but in the future, just know that if it says action, it's technically an action, and therefore it's in the action phase.
I'm perfectly happy to forego my move because that was a mistake. But
it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
This
is not a serious game, and nor should it ever be. The whole point of High Noon is
it's got to be
fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so Deputy Gates is going to go there.
Okay.
I think. I think he's. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Actually, maybe it's not, but I've moved.
Might as well.
And the sheriff is going to go there.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Very nice.
Okay. Deputy Gates is going to use his revolver.
Mm-hmm. For 5?
For 5.
Okay. I'm assuming on Quentin?
On the man here, yes.
Yep. So for 5. Now, Quentin has the chest plate on. That adds 1 to his defense. And he's going to play attack defensive 4. So that's a 5. So he will...
Can I have a token on my...
Yes. Yes.
Where would I get that from?
I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Cool. So I'll put that there.
Ben says Ben has said he's made the same mistake of looting a crate before moving. It's
yeah.
You get excited. You get really. You're like, oh, I can't wait to see what's in that. And they're like, oh, I should have waited. I should have waited to see what was in that.
Yes.
All right. Yep.
And then the sheriff is going to attack same guy for 5. Using that
for
card.
5. Okay. So
3.
This time around.
That's for 3, not 5.
Oh, for 3. Oh, all right. Score. No. It's a 5 because you're taking tactical advantage of that cover.
Oh, of course, I'm right up to it. Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
so you're good.
5, yes.
So it's 5. I'm going to defend for 2. So that's so plus 1 is a 3. So my chest plate is going to take 2 points of damage. Now the way we play is you still technically dealt damage. You just didn't do wounding. So here is gold for dealing damage.
Okay. So the chest plate has how many hit points?
It has one more. It has 1 more hit point.
So that's 3 hit points. Okay. So that's both of my moves. So now I can draw 3 because I am cut down to cards.
Okay.
And then it is your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
In my face, boy.
Actually, yeah, I gotta do. I have to. No, let's see. It's 4. Wait on a second. Hang on a second. 1, 2. Let me. Yeah. Nope. Oh shoot. Oh wait, hang on a second. See, he was here. Where was he? Was he right here?
1 more back.
No, he was right here, right?
Yeah, just come out the window, gone left. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I go 1, 2. If I move there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 tiles. Okay, it's say squares, but whatever. All right. So, and he can move up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So James is going to play cover me on the deputy for an attack of 3.
I almost I almost took that one off you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to defend that.
All right.
3.
Now that allows Quentin to move up to 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Quentin is going to use the double barrel shotgun for an attack of 9.
So that's going to kill the deputy because I have no more defensive cards. Dead deputy!
All right. So that's 3 gold for the deputy.
You shot the deputy.
I did, but I didn't shoot the sheriff.
There's something wrong about that.
Okay, I think I
sounds a bit backwards.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. What are you talking about? That sounds perfect. Okay. All right. So that's
dang it. Shouldn't have charged. Keep range. Damn it. So I drop my loot as well, don't I? Do I drop
No. So that stays there. And then one of my guys can, or anybody on the table can loot it from the deputy, but they have to. That takes an action to do, and they have to be adjacent to him.
Okay.
All right. So that's that. That's pretty much my turns, and now I'm going to draw 3 cards. All right, and my turn is done.
And now there's only one of me, and that's a very bad place to be. The
sheriff is a very bad place to be. But all 9 of your cards are sheriff cards, apparently, unless some of them were special deputy cards. So there's that going for you.
There's that going for me, yeah. But that's about it. The cogs are turning again. I can't actually do very much right now. So the sheriff is going to go there.
Okay.
And then that's it. So I'm then going to draw 3 because I've got 9.
All right.
Yeah, and then that's my turn.
Okay. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Ooh, good position. Good position. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure you can get a shot on me.
2, 4, 6, 8. That's range, but it's gonna be cover. It's gonna be a penalty cover because I'm not adjacent to the cover.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you've got the shotgun, haven't you, which does a spray here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna use it on that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh no, why did I do that? No, I'm not gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, go on. Oh, go on.
Oh, please. Suppose you're nothing of the sort. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. James, let's do this. So Quentin is going to do fanning fire. It's going to be 2 attacks of 2 against the sheriff.
Okay, so the sheriff is going to do a return fire.
Yep. So that's an attack of 2, a counter attack of 2. So he will defend against that.
Okay, and then the sheriff is going to do return fire.
Yep, good. And I will defend against that as well.
Okay.
And then James is going to attack the sheriff for 6. Okay. And for those of you who are just watching, this is an attack of 4, but he's got the moonshine on him, so that's a +2. So it's an attack of 6.
Okay. So I'm going to defend 3 and do return fire. So
now here's the thing. Now you may want to play a different card because you're out of range for the return fire.
Oh, right. Okay. I
will actually fire back on.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't realize that. So in that case, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
In that case, I will just defend for 4. Yeah. So I'll take 2.
All right. Now it is a rifle round, so you will take 3 for that.
Okay.
Just a heads up.
Yes, of course. Yes. 2 plus the 1. Yeah.
All right. And it is turn 7.
Oh. Yeah. Pick your cards. Draw your cards.
Yeah. That was 1.
You just gave one to me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I'll fire it down on the table. There we are.
Thank you. And I'll shuffle those.
Yeah. No worries.
It doesn't matter. I'll draw it on the next turn. Okay. Because I only have 3. I only have 3 cards there. All right. It is turn 7. And it is your go, sir. You go.
Okay. So I'm going to move there. Oh, okay. Have you gone again? Yeah. So I'm just going to do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack for 5 against him.
For 5?
Yeah.
All right. He will.
And it does then say draw 2 cards as well. So I presume I do that after. Yeah.
Yes, you do. So that's a 5.
So draw 2.
He'll defend for 3 plus the 1 on his chest plate, so he'll take 1 point of damage on the chest plate, and you get a gold for that. All right.
Okay, so I need to discard 2 and draw 3.
No, just discard 1. You have 10 cards in your hand. Just discard 1.
Just discard 1. Okay. So get rid of one of my Gates cards.
Yep. Won't be needing that.
And there's only 2 more cards left in the deck.
Right. So go ahead and draw those 2, and then we'll flip this over. Oop. Let's put that on there too. Shuffle it and draw 1 from that.
Okay. Okay.
All right. All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They're ganging up on me now. Look at them. Look at these bullies.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Look at these bullies. Look at them all.
All right. I'm going to I'm going to attack for 4 on the sheriff.
Okay. And I'm going to. So who's doing that attack?
Quentin is attacking for 4.
Okay. So I'm going to defend for 4.
All right.
No, sorry, that's defend for. Yeah, so pulled the wrong card. Apologies. Yeah. Apologies. I meant to pull that card to defend for 4.
All right. And I'll draw my 3 cards.
Okay.
All right.
Look at you bullying me.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go there.
1, 2. You can't
3,
go there.
3, 4.
No,
so
it's
1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, of course I can't. It's one short. Yes, of course. I thought I was miscounting. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4 would put me on it. Yes, of course. So bad maths. Bad maths. Bollocks. Okay,
it's okay. It's okay.
It's late. In that case, I'm gonna go.
Yep, you can do that.
There.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to attack for 2 against him. So 1, 2.
That's actually a 4. That's an attack of 4.
A 4. Oh, attack of 4. Sorry, I'm so used to halving.
You're good. You're good. And I'm gonna take that. It's 4. So it's 1, 2, 3. So he will actually take 1 point of damage for that. And the chest plate is gone. Yeah. And there's your gold.
Okay. And then I discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So discard a card and draw. Discard 2.
Yep. Discard 1. Discard 1. You have 10 in your hand.
All right. Discard 1 and draw 3. There you are.
This is. I do not like this at all.
It is chess, isn't it?
Yep. All right. So
the queen is running scared right now.
Yeah. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Attacking. James is attacking for 5 with cover me to the sheriff.
Okay. So I'm going to defend for 3. So I'll take...
Okay. Take 3 because it's a rifle round.
Yeah.
All right. And Quentin moves up an additional 2 spaces.
Yeah.
And he will attack with the shotgun for 9.
So I am going to defend 3 of those with return fire. So
Okay.
I'll take 6.
All right. Oof. And then so that's an attack of 4.
Yeah.
I will defend with a 3 plus my 1 on my chest plate. So that's 4. Whew. That does it for the shotgun.
Thank God. That's painful, that shotgun.
Yes,
brutal. Ouch.
I am going to use the...
I don't know why you're not liking this. I'm about to die here.
Well, I wasn't liking it earlier.
No.
It changes. The tide changes once the deputy is gone.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm going to use a whiskey shot to heal my Leroy Gang 1, and I'm going to draw 3 cards, and that'll do it for me.
Yeah, madness. Right, so yeah, this is pretty much. I don't think there's a way for me to win this now, but I'm going to give it a damn good try.
Give it everything you got, buddy.
Oh, but what else can you do, Frank?
Give it all she's got, Captain.
Yeah, what else can you do? So I am going to use my rifle for 5 against Leroy Gang 1.
Leroy Gang 1 for 5?
Yeah.
That was a good call. He's totally dead. He can't defend that.
Yeah.
He does have the snake oil on him, though, so there's that. Okay. All right.
So I wasn't going to move anyway. There's no point in moving. There's nowhere for me to go.
All
so
right.
that's 2 more gold, is it?
Yep.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So get rid of another, discard 1 more, and then draw 3.
Yep. There.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and
okay.
All right, James is going to go there. Oops, and Quentin is going to go there. James is going to pull the snake oil off of him, so he's going. And Quentin is going to attack for 4.
Okay. Well, I'm going to defend for 3 with return fire.
All right. I will defend.
So is that just 1?
Yes,
or is it 2 with the rifle? It's just 1.
No. That was a pistol. So just take 1.
Okay, just 1. Okay.
I will defend for the 3. Ben says, on Tabletopia, if a character with loot dies, you flip them over. How do you do that in real life since you can't flip a minifigure over? So with the core game, you can either put a mark. You're generally not going to have a bunch of dead guys with loot. I mean, it could possibly happen, but usually it doesn't. So what we do is we mark the squares with a chip, and that chip marks their corpse. Or if you want to be sloppy, you can just tip the minifigure over. And
or if you've got a 3D printer, there are any number of corpse STLs out there that you can print.
Right, and actually, I had made a tombstone, and I was going to have it just be blank, and so you could like write the name on it. And originally, I wanted to have like standees, like cardboard standees, like they used to do in the Wild West, where like if somebody died, like that they killed, they would put them on like a wood plank, and they would display them in a store. And just be like, oh. And I wanted to have like all the different characters like on a plank, just dead, and then that's what you would stand on it. I thought that'd be funny, but it was a little bit too morbid for a family game. So
that's the R-rated one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so so that is his turn. I will draw my 3 cards, and that's it for him.
Sheriff is going to go there.
Okay.
And is going to use the rifle again against this guy. I need to have a chip for my rifle. Can you pass me a chip, please? Because that's my second shot.
Yes. Yep. Let's see here. I really wanted to.
I could actually have taken the one that was on the Derringer on the other.
Yeah. Let's see. He's already got a defensive 1.
So that's an attack of 5. It's a rifle as well.
Yeah. So it's a 6. It's 5. It's 4. So he'd take 5 damage if he did it. Yeah. You know what? I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay. That's one piece of gold.
You get gold for that.
Don't you forget my gold, my friend. This is a gold digger's game.
I know. Just remember, you can't take it with you, buddy. You can't take it.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Did you draw your cards?
Oh no, I didn't. I forgot. Sorry.
We have discard 2 and then draw 3.
Yeah. So these bloody Gates cards that keep on polluting my hand. You're dead, dude. Stay in the grave. Draw 3. Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, man. All right, whatever. Okay, first thing he's going to do is use a snake oil to heal 3 points. So 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. And then he's going to attack for... Well, actually, Quentin is going to do Fanning Fire. 2 attacks of 3 at the sheriff.
Okay, so the sheriff will defend for 3 with return fire.
Yeah, you know what? He's going to go ahead and take it.
And he's going to
1,
defend
2, 3.
And he's going to defend the other one with 3.
That's 3. Okay. He's going to do the other one. Return fire.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? He's going to take all that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
All right. And
so is that gold for me for wounds?
No, you get those on your turn.
The kills you get on the other person's turn, of course. Yes.
Right.
Sorry.
And then
I want gold. Can you tell? I got dragon sickness.
And then James is going to attack 2 plus his moonshine so it's a 4 with rifle.
Okay. So the sheriff is going to defend for 3. So that's 2. Ouchies!
Yeah.
Ouchies!
Howie,
that hurt!
Howie! All right. And now I will draw my 3 cards. All right.
That bloody rifle. Right, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I may as well shoot my rifle again for 5.
For 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to defend. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to defend for. If I defend for 2, I'll take
3.
4. I'll take 3. Yeah.
3.
If I defend, yeah, I'll take 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to defend. I'm going to do that. I'm going to defend for 2 and take 3. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And you get a gold.
Cool. And then I'm going to draw 3. I have 9 at the moment, so I can draw 3.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
All right. So Steve says, looks good, guys. We'll have to get my arse whooped by you sometime. Looking forward to it, Steve. All right. So here's what's going to happen. This is one of two ways. This is going to go down one or two ways, Sheriff.
I do believe this is the showdown.
This is it. It's
about to have a hoedown showdown.
This is round 11. This is round 11. So we almost made it to the entire game. All right. So
I almost survived.
Yeah. So I'm going to do See You in Hell. So it's attack of 5 plus 1 for every 2 points of damage Quentin has taken. Quentin has taken 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's an additional 5 points of damage. That's attack.
That's plenty, because the only defense I've got is defense of 2, so that's plenty to take me down.
And there you
Fantastic. Go. Fantastic! What a thing. So let's flip him over because he's dead, Dave. Dave, they're all dead, Dave, and virtual handshake, I believe.
Yep, virtual handshake.
At the end of a game. Virtual handshake. Fantastic.
Well, there it is. Yep, there it is. So that's a game of High Noon. That was a very close game. The sheriff and the deputy came out swinging, knocked off the Leroy gang members pretty quickly, scared the tar out of the games. Yep.
Made one mistake charging.
He charged Quentin who had a double-barreled shotgun. Knocked your teeth right out.
Don't run into the face of that hail of lead. That's the
Quinion says he's dead, Jim. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a cowboy.
I'm going to be English and say, Dave, they're all dead, Dave.
They're all dead. What are you doing, Dave?
Dave, they're all dead, Dave. Oh yes, and that as well. But yes, Dave, don't do it.
So anyway, there you go. So High Noon, you played very well. Yeah, you had me running from money.
I had a lot of fun, and like I say, I've literally never played this before. There would have been no way for me to play it before, other than with TTS or Tabletopia. And yeah, that was actually my first game, and it was easy to pick up. It was fluid. You could understand the tactics and the strategy. There wasn't so much going on that it was overwhelming, which sometimes, like I say, sometimes you pick a game up and you have so much to remember. You're flipping through that rule book to try to remember, what happens next? What happens now? That was just like, right, I've got these cards. I'm going to play them. Yep. I know I need to have only 12. I can discard. It was fluent enough, but deep enough. So it wasn't boring. It wasn't so simple that it was boring, which is the other way things can go, can't it? You can sometimes have a game that has so little depth. By trying to be simple, it's got so little depth that it actually is just rubbish. That's the other way it can go. Honestly, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, because why would I? I really enjoyed that. I'm very impressed. Very impressed.
Yay! All right. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I can't wait to play again.
But hey, that's awesome. That's the impression we really wanted to get. And honestly, now that you have the hang of it, see, and this is why I wanted you to play with the sheriff, the lawman, the sheriff, and the deputy, because they're super easy to just focus on. Get the hang of the game. You get the hang of the game with the sheriff and deputy. Now you got the hang of the game. Now go out and try any of the posses. Try the starter set posses. Try the expansion posses, and you're going to really see how each one adds a different flavor, has a different play style. Some of them have completely different victory conditions. So you'll see that mixing the matching, adding them together, it changes the game and the experience entirely.
So Quinn says that his evil little 10-year-old is going to own me.
Hey, the box says 9 and up.
She owns you in every game, Quinn. Don't lie. This isn't something new.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the screenshots. That's good. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm really glad you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or whatever, I got a few minutes.
Yeah. So shall we? For me, I've no questions right now. Shall we see if there's anyone in the stream that's got any questions? There's still 5 people watching us live, which is
that's awesome.
Expected to click back to. So yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, thank you so much. And they stayed. Like these were, and they there's another one. They stayed. This number stayed pretty straight up for the entire game.
Yeah, so Quinn's admitted she really does.
She's ruthless battle commander. Nice. Sacrifice what's needed to win. There's a posse
she would work.
for that.
I was going to say there's probably a posse for that, isn't there? So let me ask you, which is your favourite posse that you've? Everybody asks that question, but come on, I've got to ask it.
You know, I like shiny things, so the newest one is always like the one that I'm really excited about. So like right now, we're getting ready to roll out the Akuga Shinobi, the ninja, and they're going to be really fun. Before that, I don't know. I like them all. I like all the. There's no posse that I don't like. There's no posse that I love them all. They all have. They're all my children. You know, so like, how can I say I love this one the most? They're all my children, but they all have such a unique thing. If I want to play this way, if I want to do this, I get this posse. If I want to do that, I do this posse. You know, when you sacrifice what's needed to win, there's Los Hermanos. They're basically a bunch of guys. They're the banditos of spaghetti westerns, which they pop out of all the windows. They run out of all the doors. They appear from everywhere. They never stop coming. That's the Los Hermanos. If you just want a swarm of bees, that's the posse, you know? There's a guy that is the inventor. He drops towers and he controls with his towers. He controls areas of the battlefield. The more towers he drops, the more powerful he becomes. He can draw power from his generator to enhance his attacks. He has all these special abilities, but he's just one guy. So he's a zone controlling like madman. He's like a super villain. He's fun if that's what you want to do. That's what you got. There's the Jenkins brothers are really fun. They're two dudes, they're shotguns, and then you have one big burly guy who's basically a walking WWE wrestler. And he does a whole bunch of moves. Like he runs up and pummels you, and then he jumps on you and slams you to the ground, and he can pick you up and throw you. And he's made of hit points. He's just a giant. He's a beast. You know, so there's all sorts of great posses, and new ones never render old ones obsolete. Last night we played around with the forest tiles with the forest expansion. I live streamed it, and I played as the Rough Riders, which are in the base game. They're one of the first posses I ever made, and I wiped the floor with everybody with the Rough Riders. They're super powerful, and they're fun to play. So, you know, I don't have a favorite. I don't. They're all awesome, and they're in their own way. They're all unique in their own way. So that's how I enjoy them. Quinion asks, Los Hermanos is an expansion. Yes, they are an expansion posse, but they're unlocked, so you can get them right now. And if you're all in, you're going to get them. And then
do you want to
sorry,
explain?
I'm reading the questions, but you can.
Yeah, no. Do you want to explain about the all-in benefits? Because I'm all in. I've gone for everything. I'm going to be in your ride and die.
Right.
Yeah, man, ride and die. So explain the ride and die.
Yeah, so like here's the thing. The all-in pledge was the $300 pledge. Like people are like, oh man, I really wish. I'm so sorry I couldn't. I created the all-in pledge at the very last second, like right before we published the campaign. It was not something that I intended to take people's money, but I started getting people who had been following for over a year and were all in, and they were like, how can we give you a ton of money to support the campaign? And I was like, well, if you don't have anything that I could justify that money. So that's where I was like, well, let me think about that. What could I do? And so I created the Everything in the Stove pledge. And so the Everything in the Stove pledge basically was you get everything that is in all the tiers, plus you get all the add-ons that are there right out the gate, and then you get STL files for all the unlocked stretch goals. And then I was like, you know what? If you pledge, like, not only are you going to get all the stretch goals as they get unlocked, which means you're going to get all the cards and all the posses, all the expansions, anything that we make, you're going to get. But then I was talking to my partner, and I was like, you know, we made the pledge tier We made sure that $300 could cover all of the expansions if we unlocked them in the first place. So if we could afford it, if we unlocked them, then it stands to reason we could afford it as we produce them over time. You know, like if I can afford to give you, you know, 3 things for this, I was going to try to give a metaphor, but it would be the exact same scenario. But basically, if having all of it, if we can afford to give that to you for this price now, then we can afford to give it to you as we make it. So that's why I said, you know what, if you've given the $300 pledge and you stick with it, and you don't pull, because a lot of people were like, well, I'm afraid that I'm going to lose, that the value is not going to be there because you're not going to unlock them during the campaign. That may be true. So I said, okay, well, fine. If you stick with it and you don't pull out, you keep that money in there, you keep the pledge there, then you're going to be part of an exclusive club called the Ride or Die Club. And as we produce these expansions throughout time, you know, once we hit the retail space and we start producing these expansions throughout time, we're going to be issuing those to you and you're going to get them for free. You'll have to pay for shipping. I'm going to see if I can't work out a way. And this is I'm just spitballing an idea here, but I'm going to see if I can't work out a way where, like, if I can get ambassador stores, retail locations in different areas, that maybe I could even just have them delivered to that store and you can just pick them up. So you don't have to pay for that shipping. But that's going to be later down the road, as you know, because we have to really get established. But yeah, you're going to, as we produce the expansions, you're going to get them. All you got to do is pay for the shipping. That's the Ride or Die Club. So you're going to get everything that we make right now. And then, you know, when we roll out the RPG, you're going to get that. When we roll out the other expansions, you're going to get those. When we roll out the other High Noon board game that I'm working on, you're going to get that. If it has this High Noon logo on it, you're going to get it. That's the Ride or Die. Yeah. $300.
So Quinn's got a question. So includes all stretch goals, but then Los Hermanos is a stretch goal. So I think he's a bit confused about that.
Yes. So it says, so the stretch goals, and if you scroll down the page, it breaks down what the stretch are. So the stretch goals, there's things that it unlocks, and then there's the actual stretch goal. The stretch goals are the Kickstarter exclusive loot cards. There's 9 of them in every stretch goal. And then the unlock posse goes into the add-on store and you can buy it. You can buy it separately. When we first did this, and this is why it took so long to relaunch the campaign, was we were trying to figure out how would we make it financially viable to give away all these posses as stretch goals, because that's generally what people are used to is, well, when you unlock, like what does Come On do? You reach at every $75,000, you get this free thing. And that's what it is. The stretch goal is the thing and you get it. But the difference is that's one mini that they give you and it's like spaced out $75,000 apart. So the first thing we said was, well, what if we did that? What if we spread our stretch goal $75,000 apart? Didn't matter, because you're not getting just one mini. You're getting minis, cards, a game tile. You know, you're getting the packaging. You're getting the whole deal. You're getting more chips and gold to make up for the fact that you're adding more assets to it. You're getting a whole new expansion, and we just we couldn't afford to do it, because even if we said, well, we'll spread it out, so it's $75,000 per block or $150,000 per block, didn't matter. The more that we spread it out, the more backers it was going to require to get there, and that meant the more units we were going to be required to give away. And once you reach a certain point of giving away free items, you have to do another production run, and you just couldn't afford to do it. And that's why you see in these other campaigns where it's like, well, they give me those stuff away for free. Yeah, but it's like a card or a mini. It's like one little thing that costs a penny to produce. And what these are is several dollars to produce each thing. So anyway, that's why, but that's what it is. What you get for free with every pledge tier is the cards. If you want all of the add-ons that are unlocked, that's the everything in the stove pledge.
It's not a totally unheard of way of doing it. There are other campaigns and quite a few other campaigns that work that way, that stretch goals are unlocking things that then become available to buy. It's not totally unique to this campaign. But you are right, Quinn. Sometimes Kickstarters can be quite difficult to understand, and asking those questions is important, because if you're confused, then probably a whole load of other people are, and so getting the answer out there is very valuable. I think that's really cool. Of course,
one thing I liked
if you went everything in the stove, it wouldn't matter, would it? You just have everything. So it reduces the cognitive load and lightens your wallet. I mean, it's just win-win-win, isn't it?
Yeah. Think about the burden that you no longer have to bear. Okay, your pockets are lighter. Your pants stay above your waist now.
You don't have to stress about what you're going to spend it on. It's just
you don't have to worry about rent. You can't afford to pay it anyway. So why stress about it? Your bank doesn't call you anymore because your credit's crap. It works out all around. And to the point about that's why I hate Kickstarter.
I'm teasing it, I know.
I'm trying not to speak to this too much because I don't want somebody from Kickstarter hearing this. Without Kickstarter, none of this would have been able to even get to this point because we wouldn't have even thought about crowdfunding. Kickstarter wouldn't have existed, which meant Indiegogo wouldn't have existed, and all these other. But I really am not a fan of their platform. And when I saw GameFound, where I could make something so much more like concise, organize things a lot easier to understand, I was like, I want to do that. But we'd already partnered with several vendors who were already integrated into Kickstarter, and GameFound just launched way too late in the game. So we couldn't do it. And now I'm hearing that it's not the silver bullet. So who knows? But yeah,
well, GameFound is very early days, and one of the big things with GameFound, and I think you're probably wise to stay on Kickstarter, honestly, is because people don't go to GameFound to look for games. They don't know about it. It doesn't have the market penetration for casual gamers. And what the hell are you trying to do? You're trying to attract casual gamers. GameFound is going to be far more valuable for someone like Mythic Games, who have an established name. I believe that they are going to be using GameFound going forwards. I don't know that for certain, but I would have presumed they will because they use it for their pledge managers. And so they could use their clout. They already have a huge marketing base. They've got a massive email list. And so it makes sense. But for you as a first timer, I think Kickstarter was the right choice, whatever. Because it's got casual people browsing, doom scrolling. You don't have that on GameFound. Never mind the systemic issues with the system which are coming out and being fixed. Never mind those. It just isn't the right marketplace.
Yeah, there's a sweet spot for jumping on a bandwagon, and I developed a platform at a time. It was like an online film market. It was like cutting edge of technology, and I couldn't get anybody to adopt it because it was just ahead of it was just ahead of the time. It just wasn't time for it. GameFound, I think, is right there. There will be a time for everybody to jump on, and I wish I was in a position now. If I had the clout, I totally would do it. I would absolutely, if I had the ability to jump on there and bring an audience to it, I would do that in a heartbeat because I love where they're going with. I love where their mindset is. But I don't have the clout.
Great company.
Steve was asking if the stretch goal cards can be used by the base posses. Yeah, anybody can use them, and that's what's so great about them. They speak to the characters that they are unlocked with, but you can use them in just the base game, and you're basically just expanding your decks, because that's really what I wanted to do at the end of the day. Was I wanted to show that, like, just something as simple as more loot cards can improve the gameplay, can expand the replayability of the gameplay exponentially. So that's why there's actually a stretch goal, which we might not get to. I don't know. We could possibly get to it. And this is something people need to know, is that I just had this conversation with my partner today. We're going into late pledges after the campaign's done. This is not an excuse, by the way, to sit on the sidelines. Okay. But once we get to the late pledge stage and the retail pledge stage, any money that we raise in there, we're going to put towards unlocking stretch goals. So consider the stretch goals still on the right there to unlock. We have some retailers that are talking about doing some pretty big initial orders, and if they put those into the pledge goals, they will unlock stretch goals into the future. So there's still a shot here, guys. And if that happens, I do have a whole expansion loot, like just expansion loot. It's not Kickstarter exclusive. It's just more loot. And we've been playing with it, by the way. The double-barreled shotgun, the repeater, or the double-barreled pistol, the repeater pistol, all that stuff is expansion loot.
That double barrel shotgun.
That's base game. Now that's base game. It's the first shotgun that exists in the game. It comes in the base game. But yes, that is a devastator.
Right, Canadian Ryan is back. What are you most excited for in this whole project? There's a question for you.
Getting it to market. Getting this thing made is what I'm most excited for. I'm so amped. You know, I wanted to unlock Father. Like, okay, I don't want to talk like that. I don't want to talk like defeatist. But people are confused. People are nervous. They're angsty about, oh, I really wanted to unlock the Banner of Blondes. I really wanted to unlock Father Franklin. So do I. But right now we are funded. We are paid for producing 7 expansions. By the end of the year, this thing is going to smash into the retail marketplace with an identity. If we can get the retailers to really see that value in that and jump on it, great. But that's what I'm excited about, is getting the packages actually produced in the hands of everybody.
Good question. Great answer. Any more? We've been going for 2 hours and 16 minutes in this second effort.
We did it. We did it, man. We did the full length show. We made it.
Man. Yeah. It's about 3 hours in total, including all that faffing about and the pain and what have you. Still got 6 people watching right now.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy. So if anyone has any more questions, then we will hang fire. I'll wait for the 2-minute delay, whatever it is. It does have a delay, doesn't it?
Ben didn't do a question, but he did say something, and this is something that I like to talk to because as Quinlan was saying, you know, $300 is a used car. That's true. I mean, $300 is a lot of and I hate even, like, there's some people the original campaign, and then when we canceled the campaign, we didn't charge them, and I was like, look, guys, you know what? You just backed me, so I'm going to give you a copy of the game for free, just as a way to say thank you for putting your money where your mouth was at the time. And most of those people came in and backed the game anyway. Most of them came in and backed all in anyway, even though they were going to get that game. One of them just recently was like, man, you know, I'm looking at, I might be losing my job in next month. And, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to feed my family. I really want to stay in, but I feel terrible. Please know that I want to support you guys in any way I can. And like, that really hit home for me. We take what we have for granted so often. This space that I have, I'm blessed to have. And so, you know, people who are just supporting the game, and I told him this, I was like, look, just the fact that you are emotionally supporting, it means the world to me. It means more than I can put into words. So don't pledge anything that you cannot afford. Because he was like, yeah, I'm going to figure out a way that I can afford it. I was like, just don't. Like, go support your family. Like, that's what's more important. You know, the game, it's just a game. But having said that, Ben made a point that, you know, the Metal and Money pledge is basically the all-in pledge without all of the future expansions for the rest of time. It comes with the base game. It comes with 3 expansion posses, and it comes with the economy decks, which is like, that's a great expansion. We played it last night. If you watch the live stream on that, you're going to see how end game it changes everything end game. And then you also, remember, we've unlocked, so you're going to get that for free. And if we can unlock Father Franklin, you're going to get another add-on for free. Anything that you want, whether it's more chips and gold or another expansion, whatever. So if you want to jump in at a higher level than the game to get some more playability out of it, the Metal and Money is a really great value, and it's not $300, you know, so it's an option.
Apparently, I need to watch back for when the stream went down, because you had wacky antics. I can't believe that you would be wacky. What? I don't believe it. That's fake news, surely.
You're a liar. You're a liar. That's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell. You're a liar. There's no antics.
Antics. Don't believe you.
Yeah, don't. As a matter of fact, there's no need. Okay, listen. There's no need for you to go watch. You don't have to watch what happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It was very boring. It was very plain. I didn't do anything at all.
At all. No, I believe you. Millions wouldn't. No one else would, but I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I know we're friends. That's why I know that I can trust you. You can trust me.
Would I lie to you? Probably, yes.
All right.
Any more questions?
Yeah. As a suggestion to change unlock stretch goals and the included to first stretch goal. I'm sure I'm not the only one I get all the things. You're not the only one. I don't know if I'm going to change it in the last 4 days. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'll think about it. That's a good idea. It's not a bad idea. Let me think about that. Guys, if anybody wants to play the game, come on the Discord server and play.
Yeah, I'll make sure that there's an invite to the Discord, or I can create an invite, can't I? It's not.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. You can actually. I'll give you a link that you can use.
Give me one that never expires, and I'll put it in all my videos from now on as well. So it will just be there, just following every video around.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Listen, I gotta go pick up my kid. So
and I've got to go and sleep because it's nearly tomorrow.
You do, don't you? Yeah. What time is it over there?
It's 11:10, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's okay. Right. That was that. So we'll wrap this up now. So that was an absolute pleasure. Seriously, Dwight, that was so much fun. And I mean, in one sense, I'm gutted that we had a shorter session on Sunday, but it wouldn't have been in front of all these wonderful people. We got to talk twice, so that can't be bad, can it? We should maybe do this again. Maybe we can do another game again. Maybe we can live stream it again, see if people want to watch that. But that will be dependent on my time and yours. We're both busy people. But I want to say thank you so much for giving so much of your time this evening to show off what you've done, to be so passionate, and to teach me and show me my first ever game, and to allow me to look like I almost beat you when you had it in that. You knew you had it. You were calm. There was no fear. It was.
Let me leave you this way. Hang on a second, because that's a good point. Okay, look, the high noon. One of the things that my dad says. A lot of people say, but my dad vocalized one first. High noon is a game that's fun to lose. Like even when you're losing, you're having a great time. So. Anyway, there's that.
And I had a great time when I lost. So
I thought I was losing. I really thought I was losing. I thought you were going to win. I did.
I probably should have done without that charge into the face of a double barrel shotgun. I probably would have done. So there we are. I'll remember that. I won't make that mistake again.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. All right, thank you so much for all the time. And I will close off the stream by saying, as I always do in all my videos, and I do mean it, I hope that everyone can stay safe, stay well, and stay healthy. So thank you so much for joining me. And thank you everyone who watched. And I'll see you again in the next one. Cheers.